Can we start with Playoff Lenny? Does anyone actually call you Playoff Lenny?
Nah. So the funny thing, let me tell you about that name. My uncle, who passed away when I was younger, he used to call me Lenny, right? And I hated that shit. I had to tell my mama, like, man, please tell him stop calling me Lenny. That ain't my name. So I came to Tampa. Everybody started calling me Lenny. I'm like, listen, that's not my name, homie. My name is Leonard. Like, get that right. So I guess when the playoffs came, I don't know where it came from. This playoff Lenny came out of nowhere, so I just ran with it.
I think we know where it came from.
Yeah.
So in the first week of the playoffs, wild card, you're playing against my Washington football team, and I was watching on a live stream with our Bucks guy here, and he was just annoying the shit out of me. Every single thing that he said was just making me mad because you guys were beating us. And he kept referring to you as Lenny, and I was like, no one in the world calls him Lenny. I brought that up to Big Cat, and he's like, yeah, that's playoff Lenny. Like we had playoff Damian last year.
Yeah.
Now you're playoff Lenny because you operate at a different speed. And then Big Cat started texting with Joe Buck.
Well, no, so Joe texted me. So we made fun of Playoff Damian, the nickname, last year because Joe Buck dropped that in the Super Bowl. We're like, dude, there's no way that's anyone's calling him Playoff Damian. And he showed us the notes when we had him on the show because we're friends with him. So he was going through his notes before your game against the Saints, and he texted me. He's like, look, Playoff Lenny, just so you know, if I drop it, like, I'm not making this up. And then he didn't say it during the game, and I texted him. I was like, can you please drop a Playoff Lenny? And he finally did it. It's a great nickname. Come on, man. I know you don't like the name Lenny, but Playoff Lenny, it's a different – there's Leonard, and then there's Playoff Lenny.
It has a ring to it. You're right about that.
Let's actually, though, like, I think people think it's a joke. Playoff Lenny's real. Playoff Lenny has 7 touchdowns in 6 games. Playoff Lenny has 453 yards rushing, 146 yards receiving in 6 games. What is it? Like, there's got to be something. Is there a switch that you flip or like a phone booth you go into when you go from Leonard Fournette and you come out Playoff Lenny?
I think you can say it's a switch. You know, I know how important this postseason is for us. You know what I mean? And I know my role I play on the team, just like everybody else's role, is important. So just playoff Lenny's time. That's all.
Yeah, is there such a thing as playoff speed? I always hear that it's like, you know, playoff games are played at a different level from like regular season NFL games.
I think so because I think I played. Matter of fact, I tweeted a tweet in the beginning of the playoffs. I said playoffs where legends are made. You know what I mean? So I've been in this situation before in Jacksonville where you can earn a great reputation in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So that's about it.
So it's interesting because when you were in Jacksonville, you were teammates with our good friend Blake Bortles. Well, I'd actually like to give you the floor because we have slandered you in the past on the show for saying that Blake had bad breath. Would you like to take that back?
Nah, Blake's my guy. He know what it is.
So does he have bad breath? No, listen, we're best friends with Blake Bortles. So whatever you say right now, like, it's gonna get back to him. So
you can tell me, like, listen. Everybody have their days, you know what I mean? You know, it's just, that's just what it is. Listen, Blake is a stand-up guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Blake was one of the besides Jalen and the rest of my guys, he's like top 3, top 4, one of my best teammates I've ever had played with.
Okay. I've always thought that his breath smelled wonderful. Are you saying that because you think Tom Brady has better breath?
With different circumstances, I'm in the huddle with him. Why are you this close to his face? How you know his breath smell good or not? I don't understand that.
We've hung out with him a ton.
Yeah, we've been in the back of a bus with him. We stayed at his house. We slept at his house in Jacksonville.
So y'all started this Corona shit. Close to you.
Actually,
well, no, I want you to.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I want you to apologize to Blake. He doesn't have bad breath.
Listen, Blake's my guy. I love Blake. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
You keep saying that, and I don't believe it. Watch how easy it is. Blake's my guy. I think he has beautiful breath.
Blake's my guy, and I love him.
Okay, fine.
Perfect.
But it is interesting because you played on that Jaguars team that played against Tom Brady's Patriots in the playoffs. You guys should have won that game. Have you talked to Tom about that and been like, hey, you know that Miles Jack was not down, right?
Right. I'm like, Tom, you a fucking cheater. You're a cheater. He was like, man, y'all was so good. He's like, I don't know what happened. I said, I know what happened. Y'all cheated us. He was laughing his ass.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you guys were close, but now you're in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship game, you did a move that I love. So you dropped a ball that he threw to you, and you looked at your hands like your hands had failed you. Do you do that often? I think that's just a hilarious thing to do, to be like, that wasn't me, playoff Lenny. That was my hands. Like, what the fuck? What did they just do?
Nah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I was pissed off about the situation, dropping the ball. You know what I mean? But, you can't make up any excuses in an important game like that. The sun was killing my eyes. I had a shield on, and somehow, some way, the sunlight was directly in the shield and had a glare on it, and I couldn't see the ball. So I got on the sideline, was frustrated. I got a couple words out, and I just moved on to the next play.
It is a good move, though. It's way better to look at your hands than it is to point up in the sky at the sun, because then everyone's like, oh, that's an excuse. But when you're looking at your hands, it's totally different. It's like something must have happened here, beyond my control.
It's like a tennis player looking at his racket after he misses a shot. It's like, that's the same racket, dude.
Mm-hmm.
it's
or like when I swing and miss on the tee when I'm playing golf, and I look at my club afterwards. I'm like, whoa, that club should have hit the ball. That's not on me.
Not your fault.
Yeah.